Kuso is a film. Hannibal Buress is in it. Durs from Workaholics is in it, and so is Tim Heidecker, among other actors. It came out in 2017. It was directed by Flying Lotus, and I don't know how to talk about this movie. My story with it is this. I was out, I came home, and my previous roommates were watching it, and what I saw, I was like, oh wow, this looks really weird, and it was a scene involving some flying shit and turkeys like popping out, and my roommates were like, no, Ben, don't watch this yet, don't watch this yet, like you gotta watch this from the beginning, this movie's fucking wild. It's wild. I went to the bathroom, I exited, I saw something quite gross taking place, and I left, and I was like, okay, well, I'll watch this movie later, I guess. I then was given a warning that, watch it with people so you can kind of experience it together because you'll need emotional support while watching it. And I thought, wow, that's an interesting review. I'll need emotional support while watching it. I don't generally have a problem with disturbing films or gross out movies. There are films like Cannibal Holocaust, which I'm not a fan of the animal abuse. I haven't actually sat down and watched that movie in its entirety because of that. Movies like a Serbian film or Angels of Melancholy don't really appeal to me and aren't movies that I actually really want to sit down and even try watching just because of the content. It's not something I feel I need to see. But, with all these names attached to it that I'm familiar with, I was like, I'll give Kuso a shot, despite being told by people that it's on the level of those films. And I don't feel that it was. Even though even though I haven't seen some of the more really extreme horror films, I've read about them, and then even a Serbian film I actually watched maybe the first little bit of, and then I was like, I don't need to see this, and I stopped watching it. I don't think that this is on that level. This movie's definitely fucking weird and has some very bizarre visuals and some extreme sexual content, but I don't think that it's in the league of most disturbing movies ever made like other films are, some of the previously mentioned ones. I'm not really sure how to review this film. I won't lie, I was entertained. I feel like I say this a lot in my reviews, but I do agree with what my roommates had said and gave me the warning to watch it with people, because experiencing it with somebody definitely helped the experience. Flying Lotus's music, I'm not sure I'll be able to listen to it again without having this in my mind. Apparently he does artwork as well. I've never seen any of it. I'll seek it out after this for sure, just to see if it's on par with the film. I think that the movie definitely has a strong, subdued sense of humor. When the movie is funny, I think it's very funny, and there are moments where in any other context wouldn't be funny at all, but it kind of gets so extreme at times that you laugh almost as a defense mechanism. So yeah, couple laughing with discomfort with genuine laughs. I think this movie definitely succeeds in being funny. Some of the visuals range from so bizarre that you're just so stuck in your own head trying to figure out what the fuck am I looking at right now? Like, what is going on? And other times I think they're genuinely intriguing and invoke an emotional response. The movie's definitely gross. That is a word I would use to describe it. It's a very gross movie. Every scene is filled with something that you wouldn't want to touch, smell, or be in the same room as. There's a little bit of violence in it, though minimal. The violence that you do see gets pretty extreme. I really like how all the performances are really good. Everybody plays it very straight when it could have been very easy to overact or not take the material seriously. And I think every performance is exactly what it needed to be. Nobody breaks the illusion that nobody breaks the world that Kuso creates. It's consistent from start to finish. I would recommend this movie to people who are really into extreme films and to people who kind of like gross out movies. I keep it away from children. Yeah, no, I don't think I could give this movie a rating. Yeah, no, Kuso Kuso is a very interesting film that I already don't like giving movies ratings to begin with. I kind of do it as like a way to keep track of things in my head. Is like it's more like it's a vague thing for me. Like like the difference between an 8, 9, and a 10 out of 10 in my head is really almost a personal thing, like how I felt about it at the time. Those ratings could fluctuate, the difference between a 1, 2, and a 3, even a 4 at times there's very slim margin. Again, a lot of it is very personal. I could probably it's really more for myself, my ratings, and to kind of give people that know my tastes really well a vague idea of how I felt about the movie. I might give a movie an 8 out of 10 one day and give it a 10 out of 10 another day. But otherwise, I don't like the idea of saying, Spider-Man Homecoming is a 7.5 out of 10, and then that's the lane it's in. Like, that's Spider-Man Homecoming is as good as every other 7.5 out of 10, I don't really like doing that. So as long as people watching this understand that like my ratings are more of like a feeling and a very vague ranking, I guess that's good. So yeah, but I really don't think I could assign any sort of numerical value to this movie at all, even for my own tastes, because despite the fact that I was, I don't think I liked the movie, as in I don't think I'll ever watch it again. That being said, I was entertained and engaged, and it invoked emotional reactions from me that many other movies don't do. Yeah, no, so I would say Kuso is an extremely effective and interesting movie, and if you're interested in watching what I'm describing, I'd recommend it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, more videos coming down the pipe.